Hi, friends. Bob Shin here, just checking in on you again. Hope you're having a blessed day. Sure hope you're smiling today. I'm up here at Denver International Airport just waiting to pick up someone, and thought I'd take a few minutes to leave you a message for the day. I've really come to enjoy sending these messages out. I hope you enjoy watching them as well. Hopefully they're helping you in some way, exposing you to something that you hadn't been exposed to before, or just inspiring you in some way. That's the intent anyway. So today's topic, though, is about personal development books. And I don't know if you're a constant reader. I don't know if you like to read personal development books. I read them all the time. I've read them for years and years. I've probably read 100 personal development books, and every one of them have provided some piece of information or some nugget that I needed to hear, that I needed to see, and have given me some different ways to look at things. So I thought I'd talk to you today about like my very favorite one. A very quick read, very simple read. It's called The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. I'm not sure if you've heard of this book. Maybe you've already read it. I hope that you have. It's actually a wonderful book. It's based on ancient Toltec wisdom about breaking some of the internal agreements that you already have with yourself and making four agreements that will remove so much drama from your life, that give you so much joy, that's just going to elevate your life to the next level. And so I really recommend, if you haven't read this book, go get this book and read it. I'll give you some information right now, but I won't be able to fully take you through everything in this quick few minutes video here, and I am going to have to get running. My friend just landed, so I'm going to have to take off. But hey, let me get you some information here to hopefully tease you into getting this book. Okay, that is my goal with this video. I want you to read this book. So the Four Agreements, very simple to understand, really easy to understand, a lot harder to live, and you'll understand why in a moment. The very first agreement that he talks about is be impeccable with your word. And impeccable, that might not be in your vocabulary. It just simply means without sin. And we all know this concept. I mean, try to live without sin. And so be impeccable with your word really just means do not use your spoken word against yourself or against others. And I know for some of you, that's going to be really hard, right? Some of you really make a joke, use self-deprecating humor all the time, and it makes you appear humble and likable and all that. And I'm sure you are humble and you are likable, but I'm going to recommend that you stop doing that, okay? What I've learned in my life and what experts will tell you is your spoken word is so powerful. It's more powerful than you might even realize. Your spoken word will make things come true, will attract things to yourself. So if you're constantly putting yourself down for this or that, even as a joke, you're going to make that come true. And I know in my life, I have done this to myself. So I'm speaking from experience here. So first agreement, be impeccable with your word. Very important agreement. This one is going to be fairly easy to keep most of the time, but again, you'll have to watch yourself because, it also includes not using your word to speak out against other people. So that means no gossiping, no telling stories, that sort of thing. And sometimes that's hard to do. And, we're all human and we all make mistakes. So hopefully that's an agreement you can actually make for yourself and try to live up to it. And when you find yourself falling short of it, just recommit to it again. And it's going to be kind of hard to fight some of those urges to do things you've been used to doing, but you can do it. I have confidence in you. So that's the first agreement. The second agreement is to don't take anything personally. And this one's really important because if you think about it, a lot of the drama that we have in our lives is we take something personally that really we shouldn't. So let's say I'm having a really bad day and I'm not living up to the first agreement. So I'm spewing this venom at you, and it's just because I'm angry and I shouldn't be. I'm actually being a bad person. I'm not being a good friend, right? Why should you take that personally? Why should you believe me when I say you're so stupid or your hair is terrible? What did you do to your hair? Why would you want to take that upon yourself and believe it? And yet we do, right? I mean, honestly, I've done it myself, and I'm sure you do it from time to time, right? Think about that. It's because you've made an agreement with yourself that you're going to have to break that says that whatever my friend Bob says is true. Now, I'm okay with that most of the time, okay? But if I'm spewing venom at you, you know it's not true, okay? I'm not coming from a good place, and I try not to do that. And hopefully, you will recognize it for what you see in the future. So don't take anything personally, okay? The third one, and this one is probably the most powerful one, is don't make assumptions. And I know we all do this, right? We even make assumptions we don't even know we make, right? One of my assumptions I battle all the time is that what I think is right I mean, why should that be true, right? What I think is right. That's not always true. I mean, we know that, right? But I make that assumption that if I think it, it's right. So that's one I work on, okay? So don't make assumptions. And I mean, here's an example of this. Let's say you and I are friends, and I hope that we are. I hope that we really are friends. And I'm, we're used to texting each other back and forth from time to time. And when you text me, within a few minutes I respond, right? I just do that. That's just how we communicate, right? Well, one day you text me, and 2 hours goes by, and you don't hear a thing from me. So what do? You start going, what's up with that Bob? He's mad at me. Now, why would he be mad at me? Did I say something? Reread the text. What did I say? Could he have misinterpreted that? I mean, I didn't mean to offend him, but maybe I kind of did. But he's mad at me. And you know what? Now that I think about it, I'm mad at him. Why would he get mad at me for no reason? Well, that's crazy. Now I'm mad at him. See what you just did there? So you jump from the assumption that I'm mad at you because I didn't respond in 5 or 10 minutes. And the reality was I turned my phone off for a couple hours and spent some quality time with my family. It happens, right? So don't make assumptions. That just causes so much unnecessary drama in your life, okay? So the fourth agreement, this one's probably fairly easy to do, but you're going to have to give yourself some love on this one, okay? The fourth agreement is always do your best. Now, what does that mean? I mean, on the surface, it sounds easy, right? Always do your best. But what is your best? Like, my best today may not be what my best yesterday was. And maybe tomorrow my best will be even better or be worse than today. So what you have to do is give yourself enough love and enough permission to make mistakes that you can say that whatever the situation was, I did my very best. I don't regret what I did. I'm not judging myself saying I fell short of some mark that I set for myself. No, I did the very best I possibly could do. So imagine how freeing that is to have that feeling every day. I've done the best I can. Maybe tomorrow my best will be even better than it was today. Hopefully it will, right? So that's it. 4 very simple agreements. Okay, living those agreements is going to be a lot harder. Okay, he talks about a lot of other stuff in the book about conditioning and domestication and things like that are really critical concepts. I don't have time to go into those right now, so I'm just hoping that you'll get the book and read the book if you haven't already. Again, this is one I read twice a year, not because it's complicated, but because it's so hard to fight those inner agreements we've already made in the past, right? So I have to constantly be reminding myself to live these 4 agreements. So anyway, thanks for this time together. I appreciate you watching the video. Hey, if you've got a few moments and you'd like to stop by my blog, teamhappy.net, and give me some feedback about these videos, I'd sure like to know what you think of them. I hope they're helping you in some way. So anyway, have a blessed day. Hey, I hope you're smiling. Keep lifting each other up, and I'll talk to you another time. Take care now. Bye-bye.